So in the last class, what we have discussed, try to recollect. We have been understanding which topic? JavaScript topic. In JavaScript, what topics that we have already completed, try to recollect. First we have seen the basics, then variables, then operators, then control statements. Control statements include if, switch case, while, do while, for. Okay, these are completed. Next, and also functions topic is just started. Functions. In the functions, just we have seen one example. I want to continue the remaining programs on the functions today. Then I would like to start the new topic called arrays topic today. That's all. Okay, now listen. So what is function? Try to recollect. Any guess what is function? Function is a collection of statements. Function is a collection of statements to do some particular task. I want to perform some particular task, maybe some calculation, maybe some condition checking, maybe some looping, maybe some process I want to perform based on some input values. That input value, that process is called as what? Function. What is function? Tell me. The process that you want to perform based on some input values is called as what? Function. Always a function is having one name. Every function must be having a name. For example, I want to add the two numbers. For addition of two numbers, what is a suitable name? Add or addition is a suitable name for the function that will add the numbers. I want to calculate area of circle. Then what is a suitable function name? Calculate area or calculate, or these are all the suitable names. Like this, every function will have a name to perform some particular process. Okay. Now, what is the syntax of function? Try to recollect. Function, function name. Function, function name. Inside the function, what we have to place is statements we have to place. That's all. Inside the function, what is present? Statements are present. Now listen. So, this one is a keyword. What this keyword function says? We are going to create a function. The function keyword says that we are going to create a function. Okay, what is function? I am not talking about this one. Generally, what is the meaning of function? Some collection of statements to perform some particular process. Okay, now, here function name should be there. Function name can be anything. Some rules are there for the function name. These rules are same as variable name. For the variable name, function name, same rules we have to follow. Can you tell me some of the rules? Should be started with alphabet only. Function name should be started with alphabet only. Doesn't support spaces in the middle. Function name, even though it can be too long or not a problem, but never be having a space. Never be having a space. It may inclusive of uppercase and lowercase letters. Function name may contain uppercase and lowercase letters, but never be having a space. Underscore is allowed. Dollar is allowed. Other symbols not allowed. Dollar symbol, sorry, hash symbol, what you can say, hyphen symbol, plus symbol, @ symbol, this type of symbols, other symbols not allowed. Dollar is allowed, underscore is allowed. And a function name cannot be same as a keyword. For example, there is a keyword called if. If is a keyword, right? Can we create a function with if? No. We cannot create the function called if. If can be used inside the function, but if cannot be the function name. Because if is what? Keyword. If is a keyword, while is a keyword, do is a keyword, break is a keyword. These are what? Keywords. Keywords. So the keywords cannot be given as a function names. Okay, this type of rules are there. Now listen. So we have successfully created the function. When the function will execute it execute automatically top to bottom? No, never. Don't think like or top to bottom all the functions will execute in a sequential order. Never. The browser will never execute the function automatically. We have to call it. We have to call it. If you don't call the function will never execute for sure. We have created the function. We have not called it. But no use. It will not execute. Even one time also. We have to call it based on the function name. Function name. I meant to say this name should be same as this name. And the function name should be ended with a semicolon because it's a meaningful statement. Now what's going on? Whenever we have called the function, automatically from here execution flow jumps to which one? Function. Then it will execute all these statements. Whatever the statements present in this middle, all those statements will execute. Once the statements completed successfully, what happens now? It will come to next statement after the function. Whatever the next statement present there, that next statement will execute. Okay, this is the process of function calling. So just we have written this already. Just write it once again. Write it once again. Write it. Okay, everyone done? Check it. Next, so can the function receive some input values? Input values. I want to add the numbers. I want to add the numbers. In order to perform addition, you require to pass at least two values, right? Two numbers are required or not? Without giving two numbers, can you perform addition? Not possible. So, for addition function, the numbers, the two numbers are nothing but input values. We are going to pass the input values to the function. Which are the input values we are going to pass to the function? Those are called arguments. The input values that we pass to the function is called as arguments. In the function, it is receiving the values into some variables. Those variables are called parameters. What are they? Parameters. What is parameter? Parameter is a variable to receive the argument value. And what is the use of receiving? We can utilize for calculation. We can do any manipulation like a calculation or condition checking, anything we can take. Okay, that's all. So, let me show one example on this arguments topic. Okay, function with arguments. What is the topic name? Function with arguments. That's all. Now we are going to take the script. Arguments.html. Double click on the file to run. So in this one, I am going to create a function. I'm going to create a function. So function name we have to provide. Function name we have to provide. Function name can be anything. For example, add. I want to perform addition of numbers. Then what is suitable name? Add is a suitable name for the addition of numbers. So I just save the program. Straight away, right now I have executed the program. Will the function will execute? No, will not execute. Why? We have created the function, but we have not called it. We have to call the function. How to call the function? Based on the name. Do you know the function name? Add. Add is a function name. All of you able to understand? Add is a function name. With the function name we have to call, hey add function, you execute. Then once we have defined this, written this, automatically from here execution flow jumps to which one? Add function. What are the statements present here? All those will execute. And after completion of all those statements, it will go to the next statement. What is the next statement? Script will be closed. That's all. So this is the process. Now listen. So here I am going to pass some input values. I want to add the numbers. What numbers I need to add? I need to give inputs or not? Inputs are nothing but the arguments. Input values are arguments. And I'm just going to pass 10 and 5. Any numbers you can go. Any two numbers we can just provide. 10 and 5. That's all. Okay, fine. Now this 10 and 5. 10 is going parallelly at the same time. 5 also going. 10 is also going. 5 is also going. After 1 hour travel, what happened? These two values will be reached to the function. What is the destination here? Function. The function has received the two values. Okay, right. Now, inside the function, there should be two slots to receive the values. That means there should be two variables to receive the values. Those variables are called parameters. What is parameter? The variable that receives the argument values is called as parameter. Now listen, I am just going to create a comma b. That's all. No data type here. Int, float, this type of data types not supported. Directly we can declare any variables. Just we have given a, right? That itself is declaration. We are not declaring it somewhere else. We have declared how many variables? Two variables we have declared on the spot. There is no separate declaration. There is no need of specifying the data type. Okay. Now, 10 will go to which one? A or B? Any guess? 10 will go to A. Now, presently, what is the latest value of A? 10. A equal to 10. That's all. So, if so, B is equal to 5. That's all. So, A value 10, B value 5. Simple. First value will go to first variable. First value will go to first variable. Second value will go to second variable. In case if you pass one more value here, one more variable there. Again one more value here, one more variable there. How many values that you are passing? Same number of values must be exist there. How many values we are passing right now here? In this example, 2 values we are passing. Generally you can pass any number of values, but in our example we are passing how many values? 2 values we are passing. Means how many variables must be there? 2 variables must be there in order to receive the 2 values. So 2 parameters we have declared, nothing but 2 variables. The first parameter, that is A, is equal to 10. Second parameter B is equal to 5. That's all. So next and after that, now we have saved the program and we are executing this program. What is the output? Any guess? 10 plus 5, 15 will come, right? No. Just we have passed the values here and here we have received it, but we have not done anything with that. Just I have given the values to you. You just received it. After receiving, you are not doing anything with that. So no result, no output. Then what will you do? We have to write some logic here. Now I require one more variable. Why I require one more variable? I am going to perform the A plus B. After A plus B, some result will come. A plus B, some result. The number should be stored in another variable. First 10 will be stored in one variable A. 5 will be stored in another variable B. To store the result 10 plus 5, 15 also, we are going to require another variable. So one more variable where C. One more variable declared where. Whenever you want to declare a local variable, always we have to use what keyword? Where keyword. So where C. This is nothing but a variable declaration. Next, C equal to, that's all. Now what is the output here? 10 plus 5, 15 you will get. So save the program, refresh. So what is the output we are getting here in the console? 15 we are getting. Not getting. Why? We have received the values. We have added also. We have not printed it. If you want to print compulsory, we have to use console.log. Many people don't understand here only. They understood everything. What is function? They understood. What is argument? What is parameter? What is the meaning of passing the values? What is the meaning of receiving the values? Calculation of A plus B something. Everything they can understand. Many people confuse here only. Just they expect that whenever we have written C equal to A plus B, they assume that automatically 50 will come in the output. How it come? Not possible. Whenever you want to see the result, whenever you want to print the value in the output, we must and should write which one? Console.log. If you are not writing console.log, 1000 lines of program you read, you will not get any output. Whenever you want to see the result, you must and should write which one? Console.log. Not only in the JavaScript, go to C language, Core Java, anywhere, you should write some appropriate output statement, then only will get output. Otherwise, how can you expect the output? So output statement must be there. What is the output statement in JavaScript? Console.log. And one more confusion here. In the console.log, just we are trying to provide console.log of hello. Observe carefully. I am just giving console.log of hello. So we are getting hello, that's fine. Now somebody is giving without double quotes. Is it okay? No, it's not okay. It will show error. So he is saying that I have written the program exactly correctly. How we have written the program, same way I have practiced in my system, but it is not coming, he will say. What he is missing? Double quotes. Double quotes is missing. He must and should write which one? Double quotes. Why the double quotes required? Because hello is not a predefined variable. Hello is just a user defined string value. For the string value, compulsory double quotes are required. If not double quotes, then single quotes also okay. Single quotes no problem, double quotes no problem, but without using single quotes or double quotes, it is not possible to use any string value. If it is string value, it must be double quotes or single quotes. In other words, if you give double quotes or single quotes, then only it should be treated as a string. If you don't give double quotes or single quotes, it is not a string. It is actually internally checking it as a variable. It is actually treating as a variable. It is looking. Already have you created hello variable? No. We have not created any hello variable. That's why it is saying hello is not defined. It is looking for hello, a variable called hello. Okay. Hello variable is not defined. That's why it is saying hello is not defined. Understand? So what is our intention actually? It is not a variable. It is not a variable. It's a string. Compulsory double quotes. That's all. So now we are getting hello. That's okay, fine. Next one after that, I am giving C. So what is the output you can expect here? C. Okay, what is the C value? C value, first 10 and 5 will go to A and B. A plus B will be stored into C. That is 10 plus 5 how much? 15. 15 will be printed here. So what is the output? 15. We got C. Why? Double quotes. So I got very much confused. Here now you are saying the double quotes should not be there. If we without double quotes only, it is printing 15. So previously double quotes must. I shouted like double quotes must. Now double quotes should not be there. Double quotes should be there or should not be there? It's a confusion for me. Answer is, it depends on what you want to print. String value means double quotes must be required. Variable means double quotes must not be required. Now understand. String value means double quotes or single quotes must be there. I want to print hello. Then double quotes must be there or must not be there? Must be there. I want to print Durga. Double quotes must be there. Harsha. Hyderabad. Anything, any kind of string value if you want to print, then compulsory double quotes should be there. Now, I want to print a variable. To print a value of a variable, if you are giving a variable name, no double quotes. Understand now? String value means double quotes or single quotes must be there. Variable name should never be in the double quotes or single quotes. Variable name should always be outside the double quotes. Clear? So, presently the C is a string value or variable? Variable. Variable means compulsory double quotes should not be there. Double quotes should not be there. That's why always the variable name should be here. Next and after that, I have one more doubt here. Just leave this separate thing I am writing where S is equal to Harsha. Harsha is a string value, that's why I have given double quotes, no problem. Okay, fine. Now, I am giving console.log of S. That S should be with double quotes or without double quotes? With double quotes, right? Without. It's a string or not? S is nothing but string or not? S is not a string. S is a variable. Which is string here? Harsha is a string. Harsha is a string. S is a variable. So variable always should be outside the double quotes. Okay. I am not asking about which value it contains. What type of value it contains, number or string, that doesn't matter. S is a variable or not. If yes, without double quotes only should be written. That's all. So now we can see Harsha in the output. So all of you clear with the confusion of double quotes? Simple. If it is variable, no double quotes. If it is not variable, if it is a string, collection of characters, then what to do? Double quotes should be there. That's very clear. Anyway, so presently it is not required for this program. So addition of numbers. But I have one more doubt here. Instead of making all this nuisance, directly we can write this program here. See, I don't know anything about functions. Directly I have written this simple program. I don't know what is function. I don't know what is the meaning of parameter, arguments, returning nothing. I don't know anything. Simply I have written C equal to A plus B. Suppose A value 10 and 5. Okay, that's all. I am getting output right. Just check it. I am getting simply 15. So what is the benefit of going for functions? Reusability. If you want to call only one time, there is no much advantage. If you want to call many times, then only it must be there. So now listen. Again come back to functions. We can call many times, right? For example, I am just giving next time some different numbers. I want to add 56 plus 7.2. Both numbers I want to add. So save this and run this. Now we are getting appropriate value. So here what is the point here? Reusability. Create once, call many times. Simple logic. How many times we have created this add function? Only one time. One time we have created. We have created the function only one time. But how many times we are calling it? 2 times. Here we are giving 10 and 5. 10 will go to A. Observe carefully. 10 will go to A. 5 will go to B. A plus B, tell me. That is 15. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 we are going to print here. Okay, leave it. Next time, once again the same story repeats. This time with what values? 56 and 7.2. 56 will go to A. 7.2 will go to B. 56 plus 7.2. Some number will come. 50. This one, 63.2. Okay. So that number will come and that number will be stored in the variable first. Then we are going to print it. Directly will not be printed. I mean, if you don't write console.log, nothing getting printed. Nothing. We have added the numbers, but nothing is printed. We must write console.log, then only we are going to print it. Okay, that's all. Next, there is one more thing. Instead of printing the value directly through console.log, we can give back to the calling portion from where we are going to pass the values. To that place we can give back. So, I am giving some arguments for you. I am going to give some arguments, for example 10 and 5. You have performed addition of numbers, and after addition you have to tell me the result, right? Not to my friend, right? Who given the inputs for you, tell me? Harsha. Harsha has given input for you. You have performed addition of numbers. 10 plus 5, 15 you have found. Then you should tell me the result. You should tell me. You should not tell to my friend. Who has given the inputs, to that person only should give the output. Understand? So, same way, from here we are going to call the function 10 and 5. After addition of numbers, that is 15 here, to where the 15 should come back? To this place. To this place it should come back. From where it is starting, to the same place it should come back. Then what to do? We have to go for which one? Return. Returning doesn't mean the printing. Return means will not print. To the same place it will just come back. Now from here the journey starts, right? To the same place it will get back the result 15 that we are going to receive into some extra variable. For example, result 1. We can give any variable name, result 1. So this result 1 is equal to whatever we have returned. Means first we are going to pass 10 and 5. 10 will go to which variable, tell me? 5 will go to which variable, tell me? Okay. Now, what is a plus b? 10 plus 5. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15. 15 is nothing but c. C value is what? 15. 15 is returned. That value will be given back to which variable? Result 1. Result 1. Whatever you have returned there, the returned value is nothing but give back. Returning back is nothing but giving back to the calling portion. From where it is called to the same place, it will just come back. So, finally we are getting something called result 1. That's all. Now, what is the output here you can expect? What is the output first? First 15. What we are getting there? First 15 we are getting, then 63.2, right? Returning will not print. Returning means what? Just giving back. Giving back. The function has given the value to the calling portion. After giving, it must receive into a variable. Then the variable we have to print again by using what? Console.log. So, again we should write console.log of the variable. Same way in the second place also. We must write this one. Now check it. So now we are getting this. So as per real-time programming, it is not recommended to use console.log in the functions. It is recommended to use console.log outside. Okay, as per the real-time recommendation, it is not recommended to use the console.log in the function. Inside the function, console.log not recommended. So that's why this is the good approach of programming in real time. Because in real time, just you will create one function for some calculation. One function for one calculation, another function for another calculation. After performing the calculation, the result should not be printed directly to user. It should give back to me. I am going to call the function, right? To me, it should get back. After receiving the particular value, then we can utilize that value to another place. That's why, as per real-time programming, this is a good practice of programming because we are not using console.log in the function. Okay, that's all. So overall, what is add here? It's a function. What is A and B? Parameters. Those are variables. Of course, those are variables, but not ordinary variables. Parameter variables. Next, what is C here? Local variable. Local variable means within the function only. Within the function boundary only, Okay, the variable is accessible, not outside it. And what is the main return? We are doing the calculation. We should give back the result value. Giving back the result value is nothing but return. So, and where this return value will be received? Into result 1. And first time it is result 1, next time it is result 2. Then we are going to print it separately. That's all. So finally we got the meaningful output like this, 1563.2. That's all. Okay, just write this program first. Okay, done everyone, check it. Okay, right. So next and after that, so I want a function that calculates, that find out the big value among two. I'm going to give two values, two numbers I'm going to give. But among those two, only one can be big. Only one can be big. That value I want to find out. So function that, write a function that receives two numbers and find out the bigger among them and returns the big value. Okay, you try this. You have to create this, write it. Okay, write it. Write the program yourself. All of you experts in JavaScript, right? Write it. Okay, let us try the program here. Just check it. So I want to find out what value? Bigger value. Big value I want to find out among two numbers. Then what to do? Function big. So what is the suitable name for the function? Big is a suitable name. And how many values it is receiving? Two values. Assume two values came. No need of declaration of any data types. In JavaScript, there is no specification of any data type for arguments. There is no need of any return type. No return type, no argument type. There is no data type at all in JavaScript at all. So, just directly we can create any variables, whatever we wish as parameters, and we can return any type of value. There is no need of writing any return type. Now listen, just we have a function, and name of the function is big, and how many values it is receiving? 2. How many parameters it has? 2 parameters. What are the parameter names? A, B. Some numbers came, just we can assume some numbers came. So then we have to check. Before that, one more variable is required, C, to store the big value. One more extra variable, C. This C is also called as local variable. Local variable. For the local variable also, there is no need of any data type. There is no data type. Have I told int, float, double, this type of data types to you in JavaScript? It is not there. It is not there. Just directly we can use the variable var. That's all. Now we have to check. How to check either A is big or B is big? If is required. If is required. So if A is less than B, if A is less than B, then which is big value? A is big value, right? No, A is less than B means B is big value. I want to copy the value from which one to which one? B into C. I want to copy the value from B to C. C equal to B. That's all. Next step. Else means otherwise. What should we have to do? We have to copy the value from which one to which one? A to C, because this time we have to assume like A is big. See, if this condition is false, then what is the meaning? I am saying that A is less than B is wrong. A is less than B is wrong. What is the meaning? Definitely A is bigger than B. So we can copy the value from A to C. Even in case of A and B both are equal also, it will come to else case only. Assume A value, B value equal. At that time also, A value means equivalent, right? Equivalent to B. See, it doesn't matter when you are saying A or B into C at that time. So overall, this code is enough for finding out the big value. But we have just stored the value. We have to return it. We have to return the value. Whatever the result we have found out, find the result value we have to return. How do we return? Tell me. Return C. And in the return statement, brackets optional. Without brackets we can write. With brackets also we can write. That's all. Next. Finally, if you just run this program, inspect element, are you getting an output here? No, we are not getting an output. Then what we have to do? We have to just say, we have to call the function. We have created the function, but we have to call the function. How to call the function? What is the function name? Tell me. C is a function name, right? Big is a function name. Check it. Function. We are creating a function. What is the name of the function? Big. So we have to call big. We must pass two values. It is saying A colon any, B colon any. What is the meaning? Any value we can pass. A value, B value, two values must be there. So I am giving 100, 600. 100 will go to which variable? Tell me. A equal to 100. B equal to. Now declaration of one more variable. And one more variable is created. See, as of now, A equal to 100. B is equal to. C is equal to undefined. Default value undefined. If you don't set any value, default value is assumed as undefined. Undefined means it is not assigned to any variable. Okay, that's fine. Next, this condition true or false? Tell me. True or false? True. Condition true. Condition true means this statement will be executed or not. Now, C value overwritten as which value? 600. Undefined is overwritten with what is the value? 600. Now what is the latest value of C? 600. And else part will not execute because condition true. That's why else part will be skipped. After execution of this one, directly go to last. What is the last? Return C. What is the latest value of C? Don't say undefined because undefined overwritten with latest value. What is the latest value now? 600. 600. So 600 will be returned. After returning, we have to receive that value into some variable, for example, X. Any variable name we can give here. So this X is nothing but copy of C. What is the value of C actually? 600. 600 will be copied into X. So I want to print this X value. How do we print the X value? Tell me. Console.log of X. So this is the process. In simple words, once again I will repeat, just listen. Simple. 100 will go to A. In a sequential order. First is first, second is second, third is third. Simple. 100 will go to A. That's all. 600 will go to B. Condition true or false? True. Then C equal to A, C equal to B. Condition true means C equal to B. What is the value of B? 600. That will be copied, assigned into C. Now latest value of C is 600. That will be returned here. Else will be skipped and then directly jump to return C. The returned value will come to X. Now X value is 600. Now console.log of X means what is the output? 600 is output. That's all. So overall from this process, output is 600. Okay, one shortcut I can tell you, right? Just done this complete lengthy process. So what will you do? Console.log of 600. Okay, what is the output? Same output, right? You like shortcuts only, right? Not correct. Okay, write this program. Don't talk to the neighbors. Okay, all of you completed this, check it. So just if possible, write the output also. Just for this program, output is 600, write it. Previous program output also you can write. 10 plus 5, 15 and some number 63, some change will come, you can check. Okay, done, everyone check it. Okay, that's all. Next one. Arguments, predefined variable. Keep the heading, arguments, predefined variable. Arguments, predefined variable. Okay. So what is this arguments predefined variable? There is a predefined variable called arguments. There is a predefined variable. Suppose X, A, B, all these are what? User defined variables. We are the users, we created our own variables, that is nothing but user defined variables. But there is a predefined variable. What is the predefined variable? Arguments is one predefined variable name. Not understand. There is a predefined variable called arguments. You are believing X is a variable, A is a variable, B is a variable. Just like that, there is a predefined variable called arguments. Listen. Just I am taking a new program. Arguments is a predefined variable. But that predefined variable can be used only inside the function. Arguments predefined variable can be used only inside which one? Function. Arguments is nothing but what? Predefined variable. Predefined variable. Just we can use it inside a function only. Outside the function can we use arguments? Can we use this arguments predefined variable outside the function? No. No, we cannot use. And of course we are calling it. Now just save this and run this. Now is it printing me any error? Just ignore this error. Just that is about meta UTF-8. That is different. Meta char set equal to UTF-8. So that error is different, just leave it. What I am asking, I just written like directly have written like console.log of arguments. Okay. Is it printing any output here? Sorry, is it printing any error here? Error. So if arguments predefined variable not available, it should give me error, right? It should say arguments is not declared. Suppose I am just writing XYZ I am writing. Have we declared it anywhere? No. That's why definitely it is giving me error saying that XYZ is not defined. Okay. Just like that, but I am writing arguments. Okay. Now it is not giving error. It is trying to print something. Arguments, some braces, some dots. It is trying to print something to me. So do you believe that it is predefined or not? Predefined. Definitely predefined. What is the meaning of that? If you just click on this arrow button, notice carefully, if you just click on this arrow button, it is trying to print some additional details. So here what is required exactly? If I am giving something, for example 10 and 20 for example, that I am receiving like A and B, understanding A and B, refresh, what it is printing? 0, 10, 1, 20. What is the meaning of that? I did not understand. 0, 1 means? 0, 1, 2, all these are what? Index. First value is nothing but 0. Next value 1. Next value 2. Next value 3 and so on. Unlimited values you can pass. How many values we have passed? At a time you are passing so many values. All that values are received into which one? Arguments. But first value received is 0. Next value is 1. Index. Index will be maintained automatically. Just like array, index will be maintained automatically. So, we have not created these indexes. Automatically system itself will create the indexes. It will automatically take, okay, first value 0. Leave it. Second value 1. Like that automatically for every value in a sequential order 1 by 1 from left to right, it will assign the index automatically. All that information is stored in which one? Arguments. Then what you can try to do, just we are removing this AB. We are removing AB, something variable. Just still it is printing the same thing. Understanding or not understanding? Listen. Have we given anything like A, B, X, Y, anything? No. But still arguments always works. How many variables here doesn't matter. How many values here, that will be the matter. How many parameter variables that you have created in the function, that doesn't matter at all. But how many values really you pass on that moment? All that values automatically will come to which one? Arguments. But how it is storing? 0. What is the value of 0? Here at first value, what is the first value? 10. So 10. Leave it. Next index is what? After 0, next index 1. 1. What is the value of 1? Here next value, that is 20. 20. So 20 will be stored. Here these variables doesn't matter. If you create variables like AB or without AB, doesn't matter. Now listen. If you give AB once again, now you can access that 10 and 20 in two ways. Not understand. We are able to print the value 10 in two ways. What are the ways? Tell me. I want to print 10. So, log of A we can give or not? A. Simple. A is nothing but what? 10. Simple. Leave it. Any other way? Arguments, okay, of 0. Arguments of 0. Both are same. A, arguments of 0, both are same. Arguments of 0, both are same. That's all. I want to print 20. To print the value 20, there are two ways. Tell me the first way. Log of B. B is one way. Second way is what? Arguments of 1. Okay, now in both cases we are getting same value. Okay, console.log of B, console.log of arguments of 1, both are same. Both are same. Just you can say B is a shortcut to access arguments of 1. Arguments of 1 really lengthy or not? Lengthy. Just for that reason only we are creating a variable B. B is nothing but what? Shortcut way, not one and only way, shortcut way to access arguments of 1. Same way A is nothing but shortcut way to access arguments of 0. So what is overall we can understand? A, arguments of 0, both are same. B, arguments of 1, both are same. But I have a doubt here. What happens if I write 2? Are you passing one more value extra? No, we are not passing. That's why what it is saying. No error also. Undefined you will get. Undefined. Undefined always means it is not declared. Always remember in JavaScript, very frequently we will say undefined. Undefined means not declared. Not declared is nothing but undefined. But one more thing. I don't know really how many values are there. Listen. How many values we have given here? Totally how many values we have given? 5. But I really don't know how many values are being received. How many values? Then what to do? We can write a for loop. For loop in a for. Where I equal to 0. Starting with which one? 0. 0 means what? Index 0. Just like this. Index 0. Starting with a 0. Okay. Go to up to how many times here? 0 to not 5. 4 only. See how many values totally tell me count? 5 values. 0 means 0 onwards, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maximum value 4 only. That's why we are able to give equal to 4 or less than 5. Less than or equal to 4, less than 5, both are same. Less than or equal to 4, less than 5, both are same. Next, instead of giving 5 also, instead of giving constant value 5, we can write arguments.length. Then it will take that 5 automatically. Arguments.length means 5 it will take automatically. See, do one thing. If you click on this expand button, you can see length. What is length here? 2 because of 10 and 20. Because of 10 and 20, 2 values. But if you are given these many values, length will be 10 and 20, then nothing but 2. 10, 20, 30, 100, 500 means 5 only, 5. So here definitely what will come? 5. So I less than 5. In this place you can assume 5. That's all. Next, I plus plus. Normally we have to increment the loop. Now simply we can print console.log of arguments of I we are going to give. Previously what you are trying to give? Arguments of 0, arguments of 1, some constant value we are giving, 0, 1, 2, something. But here I is a variable. So I value first time 0. First time I equal to 0. Then arguments of 0 means 10. Next time I will increment, right? I plus plus or not. Then arguments of 1. Then arguments of 2. Then arguments of 3. Arguments of 4. That's all. Arguments of 5 will not come. Because we have given I less than arguments.length. We should not write equal to. Equal to is wrong there. Equal to is wrong there. We should not give equal to. So overall it is like this. Just above, first you can check. We have printed 10 in 2 ways. How we have printed 10? First 10 tell me. Console.log of A. How we have printed second time 10? Arguments of 0. How we have printed first 20? Console.log of B. How we have printed second 20? Arguments of 1. Loop, just for information, we have printed loop. Just it is in double quotes, is a string value. Now next, all these values are printed in a sequential order one by one through loop. First time, arguments of I, everything arguments of I only. But I value changing. First time I value 0, next time 1, next time 2 and so on. How it is incrementing? Because of the looping. So the benefit of this code is, here how many values that you are passing doesn't matter. That loop works for 5 values, 500 values, 5000 values also, unlimited values. How many values you are passing? That many values it will print. Suppose in future we are giving 1000, 1200, 1250, so many values we are trying to give. All the values will print it. Check it. Have we modified any program in the for loop? No need to modify. All the values automatically will take, because we have given one condition. Arguments.length. Length means what? Count it will take automatically. That's all. Write this program. First write this brief notes. Okay, done. Everyone check it. Clear, right? Right. Next topic is recursion. Okay, next topic, recursion. Just keep the heading recursion. So what is recursion? Just check it. There is a function. A function calls itself. A function calls itself. Can you send SMS to your number itself? Not possible. Have you ever tried? From your number, you can send SMS to your own number. Okay, it is possible. Okay. So just like that, a function can call itself. Calling the function itself is called as recursion. For example, we have function name. Some function is there. Okay, generally we will write some calculation, like calculation of addition, subtraction, something we will do generally in the function. But here in this place, we are doing one thing. In the middle of the program, anywhere, top or middle or bottom of the program, somewhere in the function, we are trying to call the function itself. Same function we are going to call. Now what happens? First, this function execution started, assume that. It will come to this place. Now we are going to call another function. Notice carefully, we are going to call another function. Then what happens? It will call the same function, right? This is not name of another function. This is the name of the same function, self function. Suppose this function name is ABC means, here we are calling ABC function again. So once again it will come to same function. Once again the same process will continue. Inside that once again it will see the function name. It will call the same function. Once again it will come to beginning of the function. So it will be cycling process, never ending process, infinite process. To avoid the infinite process, what we are trying to prefer, if condition is required. Inside if only we have to call the function. Instead of calling it blindly, we have to call inside if only. Because if the condition is true, then only we are calling. Otherwise, we are not calling. So, automatically after some number of times it is executed, once the condition becomes false, it will stop calling repeatedly. That's all. So, what we have to do? We have to keep some condition if some condition is there. Inside if condition, we are trying to call the same function again. Same function. Generally, we have to call the function outside. But this time, what is the speciality? We are calling the function inside itself. That is the meaning. So, but not blindly. Don't call blindly without if. What is the problem if you call without if condition? What happens? Without if condition means it will be infinite repetition. First, we are calling the function normally. A function call itself. Once again, the execution will be restarted. Once again, we are calling the function. Once again, the execution will be restarted. Once again, we are calling the function. It's infinite process, never ending. Your computer will blast. 40 rupees waste laptop. Then what to do? Avoid this if condition. Keep the function inside if condition only best. Now listen. Sometimes the condition become false. Assume that after a few times, maybe 10 times, 20 times, sometimes later, once the condition become false, automatically what happens? It will not call the function. It will stop automatically. So, this is nothing but recursion. When this is required, whenever you want to repeat the process, repeat the execution of some calculation, then only it is required. The best example of this what? Factorial. Factorial of some number you want to find out. To find the factorial, what we have to follow? Recursion we have to follow. Best example of this in real time is what? Factorial. Finding out the factorial is the best example of recursion in real time. Write this. Okay, fine. So that's all. Now check it. What is factorial? Tell me. Suppose n equal to 5. N factorial, tell me. 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. That's all. Do we have to take 0? No, up to 1 only. Up to 1 only we have to take. That's all. Now, how do we solve this thing? Just listen. So, the requirement is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So, n factorial of n is equal to factorial of which one? 5, right? N is equal to what? 5. Assume we are having 5. Next, what is factorial of 5? 5 factorial is equal to 5 into factorial of 4, right? Not understand. 5 into 4 factorial. 5 into 4 factorial. Okay, leave it. Next, that is equal to 5 into, decode this part, factorial of 4 is equal to 4 into factorial of 3. That's all. Next, same thing again, factorial of 5 into 4 into, what is factorial of 3? Factorial of 3 equal to 3 into factorial of 2. That's all. Next, the same implies to, again, same thing repeats. Factorial of 2 is nothing but what? 2 into factorial of 1. Now we got the point. Factorial of 1 means what? 1 only. Factorial of 1 always constant 1. No need of condition checking, no need of any calculation. Blindly we can believe factorial of 1 is equal to 1. That's why factorial of 5 into, same repeats. What is the factorial of 1 here? 1. That's it, we got all numbers. All numbers we got or not? That's all. So, actually just a minute. This part is not required. Okay, that's all. Okay, this is enough. So, 5, now we have just plain numbers 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Easily we can multiply. So, this step-by-step solution is nothing but what? Recursion. Write this program, write this part. Okay, done. Now check it. So we can just write the same program, recursion.html. First, there is a function called factorial is the name of the function. It is receiving some number as argument, some number. Now we are checking if number is equal to 1, what is the result? What is the result? 1. That's all. Blindly we can return because factorial of 1 is nothing but 1 only. But in case if it is other than 1, maybe greater than 1, then what to do? Return of, okay, n into factorial of n minus 1. See, simple. Suppose, tell me factorial of 4 means, okay, 4 into factorial of 3. How we got 3? 4 minus 1. That's why n minus 1. That's all. So n minus 1. And we are going to call this function factorial of, suppose 5 for example. And once the calculation is over here, we are getting some result value, right? The result value we are going to store into some variable. Then we have to print it. That's all. Now we can check. Now we can check which one? 120. That's all. Okay, write this part.